Hi everyone, I'm Elena. Today we are going to work on making an outer space solar system craft. That's why I'm wearing my Galaxy Cat shirt, obviously. There's a lot of other reasons besides doing an outer space craft why I would wear this shirt, but we can talk about those another time. Supplies are going to be a little bit all over the place today because I want to give you an example if you don't have the exact thing that I'm using at your house. What we're going to make is our own little solar system out of a paper plate. You could use cardboard that you guys have in your garage or in your storage or in your recycle bin, anything that's a little bit more sturdy so that it doesn't fly all over the place, because we're using this as kind of a background to support all the planets in the solar system. I have some little bits of cardboard, some normal white paper off of a printer. This is a actually really well done magazine by the Puget Sound, Tulip Days. Pretty sad we don't get to go to the Tulip Festival, but at least I get to see it in this lovely magazine, and some other stuff that's been sent to the house. So you can use scraps of whatever you find, cut clippings, to make them look like little planets. So we'll go through each of the steps together. I have my craft glue. You can also use tape. I will be using my markers. Oh my goodness. My markers. You can use crayons, colored pencils, watercolors, other paint. You guys, we can do this together with whatever you find to make your own solar system. Today is the only day that the world revolves around you, unless it's your birthday in a week, and then you can use that again. So I do need might have been my inspiration, if you can see that. Some lovely construction paper planets. So let me get this open. Shoot. Was not prepared with my supplies, but my outfit, absolutely. Let's see. Priorities, people. Priorities. Ooh, I don't want to take that all the way off. That would be a nightmare. Okay. Say hi to the camera. This is Stuart, #1 dog extraordinaire. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this circle out, create an outer rim that'll be kind of like our orbit to create our own planets. So these days, when I grew up, there was one extra planet. The scientists got rid of it. Who needs it? So what we have, according to my paper here, Mercury, Venus, Earth, that's where we live, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and there's another one called Pluto, but don't put that down in your homework. It is no longer classified as a planet. Oh my gosh. We're gonna make 8 separate planets to put onto our solar system, and we can maybe add some stars into our galaxy to make it a little bit more festive. This is your solar system. This is exactly what you want it to be. So come along. Step 1. I forgot the scissors. Give me 1 minute. So make sure you're only dealing with 1 paper plate. Fold it in half. Mine has a nice ring around it at the center here, so it gives me a good kind of indication of where to cut. Really, we just are looking for an outer rim with nothing in the middle, so kind of like a donut. Another one of my favorite foods. I prefer glazed with chocolate icing. Definitely never a cake donut. Okay. So what we should have is this outer ring. The next thing that we're gonna do is paint it or color it a darker color. I'm gonna do a variation of black, blue, and gray, and maybe some purple. You can do it all black. You can also cut some construction paper out, tape it on over. Whatever creates that kind of dark, deep galaxy that'll go on forever. So let's do that right now. This is exactly what I want you to do. Don't push your markers too hard and break them, especially in a time like this. If this doesn't look exactly like my shirt, I mean, shoot. We're gonna work on creating the planets. When I was younger, there was a saying that would help us remember all the planets. And it was, my very energetic mother just, what'd she do? She just served us 9 pizzas. And the P was Pluto, which is, like we talked about, no longer a planet. So, my very energetic mother just served us nothing. Could be the last N. We've got to adjust on the fly since Pluto's no longer a planet. We will start at the top. So my, meaning Mercury. I know very little about the actual planets. The goal would be to make them little circles. They have different sizes as you go through. What we're gonna do is just make sure there's 8. Just use your imagination what you think they might look like. Some are closer to the sun, which means they might be a little bit hotter. And then as they progressively go farther and farther away, they get cooler. Watch your booty. So start with Mercury. We're gonna make a planet. I will use the inside of my paper plate to cut it down to make a smaller one. I'll custom color onto it, maybe add some clippings out of here, and then I will put it to the side and make the next planet. Game on. Feels like Mercury. Nice red, pink, orange. Perfect for evoking warmth. Boop, boop. Ta-da! Mercury. From the best of my knowledge, this is exactly what Mercury looks like. If you're working on your writing or your letters, we can mark it with an M. There are no other planets that begin with M, so we'll know what that is. So we can put a little M on there to know it's Mercury. Venus. Venus is next. You all, we're gonna, oh, I couldn't do this entire video without giving you actual facts about these planets. I just couldn't bear it. Too much stress. So Mercury, first planet we did. Smallest planet in the solar system. Mercury has wrinkles. So Mercury's year is only 88 days. So they would be out of year 2020 a lot faster than us. So, to live on Mercury. Next planet is Venus. Venus is said to be Earth's sister. So, hey sister, soul sister. One day on Venus is longer than a whole year on Earth. What does it even mean? Let's make a planet that looks like Venus. This time I'm going to use a different kind of paper to show you it's possible to use anything you have to make a planet. Little baby paper. I am going to color this a combination of red, orange, and pink. And according to some images I looked at, Venus has some lines across, so I'm going to try to do some of that. Venus. Ooh. I'm just gonna put a V on it. V for Venus. Next in the lineup, drum roll please. We all know and love it. The planet Earth. Woo, 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 woo. If we've seen a globe or a picture of the Earth, it's mostly what 2 colors? Blue for the water and green for the land. So I'm going to use a combination of blue and green to make our planet Earth. Rumor has it it's the 5th largest planet in our solar system. I'm going to use some cardboard, cut this out, in a little circle, and then I'll apply some construction paper for Earth. You can practically see the hills and valleys in there. Oh my gosh. You would think there would be some greens in this magazine from the Pacific Northwest, where the evergreen squirrel always. I guess we're just over those right now in the magazine. Here's some green. So I've got some magazine clippings, some construction paper. Gonna do some doodlies with my marker. Mother Earth should be pretty good. All right, I drew a big E for Earth. So definitely keep a tidy workspace. You don't want to lose all your planets. Next up, earlier did I say that there was no other planet with the M? What? It's not true. Lied. Next up is Mars. Mars is known as the red planet, and it's pretty close to the same size as Earth. So I'm gonna find some nice reds, cut out a big circle, maybe on construction paper this time, and make our red planet of Mars. Ready? Go. This picture actually looks like Mars. I've never been to Mars. I have no clue what I'm talking about. But those little, oh my gosh. Let's use that. That is the most Mars looking planet I've ever seen. Mars, M-A-R-S. Mars. We're halfway there. Wow! Jupiter. Jupiter has 67 moons. We have one that we can see. 67? It must be so bright at night. Jupiter is also the fastest spinning planet. Jupiter looks like it has a mixture of some light blue and some orange, and then it has a ring. I'm gonna use these little cardboard pieces as my ring, so I'm just gonna put them across the planet, pretend they're going around the whole thing, and then I'm gonna color them orange, like the picture I saw on Google. We'll never forget it. Next up, Saturn. Saturn has only been visited 4 times by spacecraft. Rumor has it Saturn could float in water because it's mostly made of gas. So you can't stand on it. It sounds like a beefed up cloud to me, based on my limited research. Looking at the Google, we have kind of a light tone with some rings as well. So I'm gonna start with white paper and use some pink and some yellow. We just need some rings, so I'm gonna use my cardboard again. Saturn! These are getting better and better every time. Next up, Uranus. Uranus apparently is the coldest planet. It's referred to as an ice giant. So I'm gonna pick my light blue or a combination of blue and white to make it look like a very cold. I got chills just thinking about being cold, so it's working. What do need some rings. Get some rings up in here. Uranus. This is getting very messy. Oh my goodness. Our last one is Neptune. Neptune doesn't have a lot to say about it besides it's the planet that is the farthest away from the sun. You kind of knew that a little bit. And then it is named after the Roman god of the sea. Neptune is the smallest gas planet. So we're going to use blue again for this guy and make him a pretty small. Let's do it. This will be our last planet, and then we'll be starting to put them onto our solar system. Alright, so clear up your work surface, shove it to one side. We're going to go through and put our planets in the solar system. So all we're going to do is take each planet at a time and glue them on. I hope yours progressively got better, or you just started off really great and that's good for you, but we could see some really great improvement as I went through. So we're going to go Mercury, Venus, whoa, stop doing that, Earth, Mars, they're pretty big planets, Jupiter, Saturn, seems like the most fun one. I am overlapping them a little bit because I made my planets pretty big, and that's okay. They're all moving in their own little worlds. Might not be the best word to use to describe this technically, so ask a scientist. I do not claim to be a science teacher, nor do I claim to be an English teacher. Uranus. Neptune. Good news that Pluto got kicked out because we simply wouldn't have room for him. Ta-da! Here is... Oh! Oh my god! I know, Stuart. I know. Take two. Here is your finished solar system. If you're glued and dry all the way like mine did, yours may also fall apart. So let it sit down, pat it down, make sure the glue does in fact dry. I hope you enjoyed making your own solar system. I apologize if I got any of the information wrong. Not a scientist. I wouldn't be surprised if most of what I said was incorrect or could be argued in a scientific journal somewhere. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like it, subscribe at the bottom, share with your friends. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time.